Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 550 Southeast Border Lane here in McMinnville. We're located at the rear of the home, just about straight out from the hose bib back here. We have a 3-inch ABS cleanout. First thing I want to point out here, someone tagged this with a lawnmower and the cap's busted, so is the flange here. The flange looks like it'll still basically be functional once you get a cap back in here, but either way, I'd recommend replacing that, getting it fixed. There's all kinds of grass and junk that have fallen down inside here. You get little kids putting Matchbox cars down those holes, all that kind of fun stuff. So I'd get that corrected. Anyway, we're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. Here we go. And again, we're going out the rear of the house here. And it looks like it's belling out right here to 4-inch ABS immediately upon access. A lot of houses in McMinnville utilize an easement and go through the backyard area. It's very common out here. Usually makes your line a lot shorter than the average, which is a good thing. All that stuff dangling from the top of the pipe there are just cobwebs. Making the dive here, this usually indicates we're getting close to the main. And there we are. That is our main lateral connection there at 35 feet. We got a bunch of junk hanging from the top of the pipe here. I'm not exactly what is causing that. My guess though is it's a root intrusion. I'm going to locate and find out where this is at. There is a straight out, dead straight out from this clean out. If you drew a line from here to the fence line, there was a tree directly in line with this, and it's fairly large. So my guess is we probably, more than likely, may have some roots coming through here and debris is hung up over the top of it. That's my best guess without being able to see underneath all that debris buildup. All right, this located the camera head, and yeah, this larger of the two trees in the backyard here is planted basically right on top of the main lateral here. Where the locator's indicating below 15 feet, this line dives off really hard, so that depth wouldn't surprise me. It still seems a little deep. Sometimes if you're locating down through a whole bunch of root mass and stuff, that will kind of throw the locator off. It's denser than the ground normally is, but it's deep. Anyway, I don't know if this is a homeowner issue here or a city issue. That little strand right there dangling down, that looks like it could actually be a root there. You'll get a lot of cobwebs and things that look similar to that. Given the debris where it's hanging here at, that little strand there as well, this does appear to be a root intrusion, and the fact that tree is literally planted on top of right where that line connects to the main. You couldn't have centered it any perfectly if you'd tried. So anyway, it does appear that we've got a root intrusion coming through there. However, it looks like it's coming through the concrete where the main lateral is and not through the ABS plastic. So I don't know whose responsibility that is there. And there's always the chance that could just be a whole bunch of debris buildup and remnants of a previous backup and may not be a root intrusion. The only thing and you can see right here, here's an example. These are cobwebs hanging from the top of the pipe. That one little stringy, strandy item we saw there in and amongst all that debris looks very similar to that. I'm fairly certain it's a root. There's so much junk there, though, all the debris that's collected, that I can't get a clear picture and 100% confirm it. But everything is pointing towards that being a root intrusion. So I would contact the city and find out if that's a homeowner or a city responsibility. A lot of times those easements are city maintained, so I would say there's a decent chance it might be a city issue, but you'd have to check with them and find out. Anyway, aside from that, luckily at this point we don't have, it's not affecting the flow or anything like that. My concern though is if that is indeed a root intrusion, considering the size of that tree there, at some point that concrete is gonna fall apart as the roots spread it out and tear it up even more. And we just ran back inside the house here to get the couple feet that we couldn't scope. But anyway, all the ABS plastic pipe here is in great condition, has good flow, and is currently functioning properly at this time. If the roots aren't dealt with or whatever's going on, you could try and jet the line or auger it, knock some of that junk loose. and get a better view. Anyway, I've done about 15,000 sewer scopes at this point. I'm fairly certain we've got a root coming through there. So here's that big tree straight out from this clean out right here. And I put a marking at the main. It's barely 10 inches to the side, or just barely past the tree there, right underneath its big root system. I recommend looking into that and getting that corrected. Now you could go the drain cleaning route to verify roots, but I would contact the city before doing that. If it's a city issue, it's nothing for the homeowner to deal with. And then I'd also get this cap and flange fixed. It's busted up pretty good. As far as the line goes, the line itself is functioning nicely right now, and all the damage that may be caused by that root intrusion appears to be in the concrete main and not coming through the ABS plastic, as best as I can tell. There's a lot of debris buildup there. But it's kind of a difficult spot for that amount of junk to collect, especially at the top of the pipe like that, without having a root coming through there. And that is marked with a big white T. I mean, it's indicating below 15 feet.